cool setup.
So, welcome to the U Sports Women's Volleyball Championship quarterfinal number 3 post-game press conference featuring the McMaster Marauders after their match against UBC. We're going to hear from head coach Nate Janzen and then follow up with questions for the student athletes and coach. Coach Nate, we'll start with your opening statement. How do you feel tonight's game went?
I think we played really, really well for long stretches, and UBC is really, really good. And so it's hard to sustain our great play against a team that's making unbelievable digs and swinging out of that and putting us in a ton of trouble defensively. It was when we were playing well, we were playing really, really well. And just felt like a little bit at the end of the third set, we made some unforced errors that we don't typically make. And then the fourth set, a couple more unforced errors that we don't typically make. And it's really hard to, it's kind of hard to stomach a little bit now that we're post-game and trying to dissect the loss. But overall, I'm proud of how we played. And I definitely give lots of credit to UBC because I thought they played great.
I'm gonna step in here because I love watching you two play, and I see the emotion, and it's so warranted. And I think that from a personal standpoint, first and foremost, I'm so proud of you both. And I think coming from first year to third year, I was trying to stay professional and neutral as a broadcast and media person. But let me just start by saying that. So I'll give this one to you two. Maybe Sullie, you can start. As Nate pointed out, when you did have those stints and you did go on those runs, you were playing really well. So can you just start by giving us some positive takeaways that you're going to maybe really reinforce going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I definitely think when we take care of the first contact on serve receive and we kind of like have trust in our attackers, like a lot of good things can happen. We saw a lot of changes on the UBC side for their blocking scheme. Sometimes it was 2 on me, sometimes it was 2 on Jenna, and then we kind of like elevated our game a bit by talking a bit and then being like, okay, I have 2, so now you can go to Jenna and stuff like that. Yeah. I think we did that really well, and we kind of just need to like build on that and continue.
Yeah, I think teams out west are known for being physically very big, and we knew that going into this game. And I thought we did a good job of, still swinging hard, trying to use that block, trying to hit high off their hands, and like just keep going after it, even if we like got blocked one time. Just being aggressive.
Losing sucks, obviously. So let's leave that. I'm sure everyone will have questions about the experience. And you guys had thought about this game, this match for a long time leading up to it. What was the experience like in the gym, and did it live up to what you expected?
I definitely think it did. There were so many great moments having just the community around us that have supported us all year, cheering Go Mac Go the whole time, whether we were up or down. And I think just having their support and feeling that like love was something like, oh God, sorry. I think that was just really cool. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of tough because like we just, invest so much time into this, and just feel the support from everyone regardless of like the outcome. It was like something really nice. Obviously the outcome wasn't what we wanted, but I think there's a lot of good that came out of this, and it's like a big learning lesson for just volleyball and like life about taking like just the positives out of it, because we can fold tomorrow if we want to dwell, but I don't think we will. I have faith in our team to just take the good, accept the bad, and then move on.
Ellie, you want to take a crack at that one?
Yeah, I think we felt, like an overwhelming amount of support throughout this season, and it's not the result that we wanted, obviously. And I think we're gonna have to shift our mentality because we still have a lot to play for. And yeah, it's tough being in front of all those fans and feeling like, you kind of like let some people down, but we'll go after it tomorrow.
Just one more thing about the moment. The second set, you guys were great. First set, not maybe as sharp. Were there some nerves at the beginning? Were there some jitters to work out of there at the start when you ran out there and the moment again and the crowd and everything?
Yeah, I definitely think there is. Like, they're the reigning U Sport champions, and they have a lot of height on their side. So you kind of look over, and I'm 5'9", and everyone's taller than me there. So I'm like, okay, hey. So there was just like a little bit of nerves to get over, and there's like so many people that have committed time to just come down. Like my sister's booked off time for work, left early, came in today. So kind of just like getting the little jitters and all the stress out of my mind in the first set. I know for me, I don't know about others, but yeah, there was definitely a lot to work through in the first, and I think it showed once we like got it off our chest in the second.
And Ellie, last thing, was there a moment though that those nerves turned into sort of believing that, hey, we can actually play with it? And do you remember what that moment was or when that happened?
Yeah, I think it's tough because going into this, like, we've known we were going to play in this game all season, and it was sort of like comforting in all of our other losses knowing like we still have something bigger to play for. So for sure, like, having this be our like moment was hard at first, especially against a great team. I thought after the first set, we sort of like reevaluated that we didn't play our best. We made some errors and we didn't lose by that much. So I thought that was, good. And then obviously in the second set, the whole second set, pretty much we were ahead. And I think that's sort of when we all realized like we can play to their level. Yeah.
And Michael from 49 Sports, and this is for all three of you, each of you, in terms of, but just given everything you guys had just mentioned about kind of, Scott asked about kind of the moment stuff, I'm wondering, I touched on this a little bit, but like, right now, like in this moment, given everything that just happened, like, what's that feeling like, or what's kind of going through your head in terms of like,
You go.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like right now I'm kind of like feeling the feels and it's kind of like hitting home, but just from like a competitor perspective, I feel like I'm not gonna really like digest it fully until the tournament's over, just so I could stay as like level-headed and like eye on like our next goal going forward. So I don't know, I'm feeling like upset because this wasn't the outcome that we wanted, but I'm not letting myself kind of like crumble or like feel the worst of this pain yet. Kind of just want to like table that until Monday. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I think we talk all the time that we can do hard things, and playing volleyball is not really always one of them, but in tough moments like this, like, you always reset to the next goal. You're always looking forward to how we can be better the next time, and I think in some ways we're lucky we get to continue to compete. This program has never finished higher than 6th at this tournament in the history of McMaster women's volleyball. So I think it's important that right away we're trying to become the best team this program's ever had. And I think that's a really important goal. And I would rather, I've said this all the time, I'd rather dream about trying to do extraordinary things than be content with being average. And so they're amazing human beings. These athletes are unbelievable people. And they're going to be great competitors, and they're going to go after it tomorrow to the best of our ability, and we're going to reset our goals. It's not easy. Oh my goodness, it's not easy. But we'll go after it.
Yeah, I think it's hard with such a quick turnaround, but Tim Luke's our former head coach used to tell me after we lost, like, take 45 minutes and then that's it. Like, you gotta move on to the next game. And I think that's something I'm gonna try my best to do. Maybe I'll take an hour or a little longer, but yeah, we're going for 5th place now.
Yeah, I don't have any more questions to ask. I think everyone's pretty much covered it. But I just wanted to let you know that you had such an incredible season, and you put on a show for all your fans. And even though you said it was disappointing, I don't think anyone thinks it's a disappointment. I think it was really an inspiration to a lot of people. So you should be proud of it.
Thank you.
I was going to say that too, Ellie. You said earlier that you felt like you let people down. You've let nobody down. Nobody. So, and I think it's important that we acknowledge that like the fan base is bigger than it's ever been, and our fans have been amazing all season long, and they were amazing again today, and we're super proud to play in front of them. But we definitely did not let anyone down.
Awesome. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.